Alright lads and lasses, Bloody Cactus here. Quick video on pinball power supplies. Just got this off eBay. This is a Meanwell, which I really like. A good brand of power supply. It's the QP200 3D. It's actually a triple output. You can't quite see this. First rail 5 volt 10 amp. Second rail 3.3 volt 15 amp. Third rail 24 volt at 4 amp. And the last one, which we don't really care about, is negative 12 at 0.7 amp. So Meanwell, great brand. I'm using them for my solenoids. It's 48 volt power supply. I don't know if this is genuine or not. There's no other Meanwell stickers at all on this thing, except for the back. I don't know. So what we're gonna do is a quick test. Let's pull this back a bit. Alright, so dummy load. We're gonna crank this thing and see what we get. So it's turned off right now, no voltage. So we're gonna pull the first one, which is 5 volt, and we'll test the second one at 3.3. So make sure they're not touching. Let's turn her on. So 5 volt, 0 amp. So we're reading 5 volt. That's pretty good. Let's see what we get with 1 amp. One amp, 5 volt, 2 amp, 4.9. Interesting. Straight away we've got a drop. I have not got the sense lines hooked up. So at 2 amp we're already just under 5 volt. 3 amp, not too bad. Let's turn it up. We can go all the way up to 10. Amp, 4.5 volt. Not stellar at all. Let's look at some other voltages. All right, 3.3 volt at no draw. Let's turn it down. So 3.3 volt. Let's give it 1 amp. Bam, 3.1, 2. Look at that huge drop, even at 2 amps. So let's see how bad it goes when we get to 15. 15 at 0.6. We can't even hit 9 amps on the rail. That's terrible. That's absolute crap. Let's dial this back down. Let's take a quick look at the 24 volt line. Kind of hard to do this over the back of the camera and get everything in the shot. Alright, so 24, 0 pulse. Let's give it an amp. We can get 4 amp on this. Straight down to 23.5. 4 amp, 23. Not as radical a drop as the other voltages. this would work for what I would be using, which would be to pump it into a Chinese stereo amp for the pinball machine, purely for sound only. But very disappointed. Might take it apart, have a look at the PCB and see if there's anything inside that says or doesn't say Meanwell. Maybe compare it to my other one.